Real Estate and Chill podcast, the newest and coolest podcast. So tune in. Two experts discussing the real estate market. Loan officer James Chaudhry and associate real estate broker Kevin Iglesias. Beware, this is not another boring podcast. This right here is the shit you need to hear. Respectfully.
Welcome back to the Real Estate and Chill podcast. I'm your host, James Chaudhry from United Mortgage, here with
Kevin Iglesias, associate broker, Realty Connect. Today we have two female heavy hitters in the industry. These guys are top 20, under 40 rising stars in real estate. We have Briana Murphy and Maresca Visone in the building. Hands up. Round of applause, people. Round of applause.
welcome. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, tell us a little about
please.
Go ahead. Sure. My name is Briana. I am from Signature Premier Properties. I am with the O'Neill team, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay. I'm Maresca Visone with Douglas Elliman Real Estate, Lena Lope's team, 25 years old, and just excited to be here. This is great.
There you go. All right, so we have 120 under 40, 220 under 40, and then 320 under 40, and then
zero
under whatever. I'm irrelevant this episode. I came to terms with it, but it's okay. So, big congrats to all you guys. How does it feel? You guys are getting recognition for, shining in your industry and being like young
rising stars. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I honestly didn't expect the call, but I don't know. I'm just super grateful and just happy to be doing this journey with all you guys who are killing it as well.
I just got my license.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing because there's only 20 people every single year, right? So you really have to be shining out to do it.
Yeah.
There's so many applications that go in too, right?
I know.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's definitely over 100. I'm pretty sure.
That's insane.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's very selective.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there are a lot of young killers out there right now in every industry, like in the mortgage industry, the real estate industry, everything like that. So to shine out like that, that's awesome. So congrats to you guys.
What the heck? That was
That was
horrible.
You set me up for this. All right, usually they're really loud, but for some reason that was just quiet and.
Yeah, that was a fail. Anyways, let's dive into how you guys got into the business. What made you guys get into real estate? Bree, let's start with you.
Okay. Honestly, I was a bartender. I was working in the restaurant industry, and I was just tired of going to a job every single day that I felt like I had no purpose in. The cash was great, but I was tired, and I was doing it for 10 years, and it just got to a point where I just needed a change. So my dad actually, he wanted to start this father-daughter business thing. He was going to find the houses and flip them, and I was going to sell them. So I went out and got my license, and then we flipped one house and didn't make any money on it, and he just kind of fell off, and I just kept with it. So that's how I started. Do
you love it?
Yeah, I love it. I cannot imagine having a 9-to-5. I love the freedom that it brings. I love that, I'm my own boss, and the sky is the limit. So
there's no cap.
Yeah.
There's really no cap. I mean, you have control of your life, basically.
Yeah.
You're your own boss, so that's amazing. Mm-hmm. What about?
So I was going to be a Wall Street superstar. I went to school for finance. I graduated in 3 years, got it all done. Always worked 2 jobs throughout college, full-time student, full-time employee. Graduated, interviewed for a few places. Hated the 9-to-5. The commute into the city would be horrible. Yeah. So I kind of fell into it. I interviewed with Lena Lope's team. I was an admin there for a while. Kind of got the bug for it. Wasn't planning on it at all, but I got my license. I saw what everyone else was doing. They were doing some fantastic deals, generating their own business. So fell into it, got licensed, and I just jumped right into it.
There you go.
It's not an easy business to survive in either. So, how was that first year for you guys?
Because I had the admin background, I think it helped a lot.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I knew what a deal looked like from beginning to end. Most of the time, they don't teach you that. You don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So that was a huge plus.
No, 100%. Because I feel like that was my struggle, too. I was just okay, now what? Now what? I was constantly, not knowing what was happening. And as you guys know, every single deal is different. So I was just honestly, just figuring it out. first year and just winging it. So.
What, did you guys do really good in your first year, or was it like, damn, this is bad, this is horrible?
I had a few deals. I think I was focusing a lot on a few clients. So I was really like fear of loss mindset. I was just trying to get as many deals as possible closed. I said yes to everything, but that also meant I was jumping from showing to showing. Anytime someone called, I'd be like, yes, I'm there. Yeah. I was wasting a lot of time. I had no idea how to qualify them. So I was wasting a lot of time with clients, but I did a few transactions. Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
I know. I think I did 10 deals my first year.
10
deals your first year?
That's not bad, though.
And I was part-time, but again, like I was on a team at Douglas Elliman. Actually, Maresca was right next door. She was always a star from the start. They actually always used her as like an example. But
we got superstars in the building over here.
But it's so funny. We started in the same place.
We did actually. We started around the same time too.
This wasn't planned, by the way, for the audience.
I know.
We never tell the guests who was coming on.
I had no idea she'd be here. I'm so excited.
Funny. I know. No, but it was rough. I remember I put my first deal in contract, and then I didn't even send the binder to the lender, and I was like,
oh my God.
And then like literally like 3 weeks later, they were like, what's going on? I was like, oh my God, like I don't know. Like I didn't know like what to do. Like I don't know. So whatever.
I mean, that's happened to me too. I'm like, I didn't know. You know, it's hard when you don't have a mentor telling you what to do or guide you, because it's like, all right, I'm just gonna wing it. If it happens, it happens, and I'll just wait.
Yeah.
So, but what about you? Like, what were your difficulties, being that you were an admin already? Like, did you see anything difficult, or?
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a lot easier, but I think my biggest thing really was just trying to focus on these few leads that I was trying to get to convert, but they weren't ready, and it was wasting a lot of time, honestly. I did have a lot of help from Lena. Lena is fantastic. I attribute a lot of my success.
Lena kills it, by the way.
Yeah.
She kills it.
She's a fantastic example. So having that helps a lot. Anytime I have an issue, I give her a call. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And that helps a lot throughout the first few bumps, getting to know where you're supposed to be. But wasting a lot of time. Eventually, over time, I did figure it out a lot more, became a lot more independent, and I'm very independent. So for me to ask for help, it takes a lot, but in the end, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I think the more questions you ask in this business, the more you'll grow, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't know everything.
Never stop learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's my one-liner.
Oh my gosh.
Where's your champagne bottle?
And that's what's good about being on a team too, because you always have somebody to turn to or look to ask a question to. Like I feel like if I was on my own, I would be more lost. But now I have like 10 other agents that I could turn to and be like, what the hell do I do in this situation, you know? So everyone's like, you know, why don't you venture off on your own? But I do like the community and like having people there and and just having the support and just like pushing each other along this crazy journey.
I mean, it does help, you know, rubbing shoulders with people who were just more experienced definitely always helps. What were your guys' thoughts when you guys were applying? Like, do you guys have any doubt in your minds, like, all right, I'm going to win this, or just like, I don't know if I'm going to win this?
You go first.
No, I honestly, I was just trying to throw my hat in the ring. I'm like, let's just see what happens. I've had a really incredible few years, so I feel good about. I feel good about it.
To both of you,
to see it, and for you guys too.
And to you too, Kevin.
Absolutely, yeah. But
I'm just the host.
I know, like
not today.
I know.
But to see it recognized, it feels really good to have a first like big recognition like this.
It's a big achievement.
Yo, somebody make this for lenders. Come on.
I
feel so left out. I want to be a part of something. Yo, somebody make this for lenders too.
The numbers weren't they for? It's like it feels weird because when I applied, I was like, oh my God, like that seemed like forever ago. Like so much has happened since then, like with those numbers. But I remember I was sitting in I lived with my dad in Mastic, and I lived in the apartment downstairs, and COVID hit. Right, that's the year that it was,
that's
and
basically 20.
I was like staring. I was in this apartment during COVID, and I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. Like, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I can to get there. So I just like, during COVID, I just like got all these people and just reached out. And literally once the world opened, I just like exploded in business, and I was miserable. But
what were your thoughts when you were applying though? You were like,
did
you have doubts in your mind, or you were just like, you know, I'm 100% confident that?
I mean, I did because I didn't have many like listings to show for. I had like a million buyer transactions. So I was like, I hope this pushes me along and, you know, gets my numbers up there. But, you know, I did have high numbers, so hopefully it worked out. So
Yeah, not even hopefully.
Yeah.
You got it.
I know.
You're here now.
I have this like imposter syndrome where I'm like, I don't like fully believe in myself. I think it's because I'm super competitive, but
Wait, where you don't
good.
believe in yourself?
not like don't believe in myself. But have you ever heard of it? It's like where you don't believe you're as good as you are. It's like a thing.
I don't know.
Yo, Kevin thinks he's a shark, and like he is a
I
shark, so
know.
he
doesn't
deserves
know
it.
about
But
imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, look, when I was
Kevin has the
applying,
Wrong with that.
the
Yeah.
complete opposite.
I want to hear like your story because I feel like you got your license and you just like took off. And like
so I met him in what, 2018?
Yeah, I annoyed shit out of you.
Yeah, he cold called me. This is how we met. And he was always harassing me. You know how lenders call you, like, oh, can you sit down?
Yeah,
Can I
yo,
buy you lunch?
yo.
yeah.
Give me your deals.
Literally.
Basically. No, my first year was like, I mean, I didn't make like anything. I didn't really make much money. You know, I probably made like under 30,000, which,
Yeah.
you know, you get into business to make a lot more than that, right? Not saying that that's not good money, you know, but I was just like, damn, I don't know if this is really for me.
Yeah.
But like you said, when your back's against the wall, you have no other options. You really have to push through and hustle.
Yeah.
So, but when I was applying, I was just like, nah, I got this. I got this.
I was gonna.
I was
say,
typing it up.
that's how
I was like, I got it.
would've been.
I know.
But sometimes you have to be like that.
Yeah,
just
you
have to
have
like
to.
know that you're gonna get there and believe in yourself. So
Yeah.
So moving forward, you guys got the award, all three of you guys. So moving forward,
I feel like we got to make a fake award for you, just so you could like fit in.
plaque.
I know, right?
I'll take this. All right. So what's next for you guys? Well, all three of you. Kevin is a host, but he's a part of this as
This
well.
is not,
so
this is your show, so you guys please answer this.
Oh my God.
So what's next for you guys after winning this award? Like, obviously, this is a great accomplishment. Where do you guys see yourselves going in the next couple of years?
Obviously, I mean the goal is obviously to grow more than top 20 under 40. I plan to be in this business long term. It's definitely not a short term, one-off kind of thing, which means consistent effort. It's not just rushing to get to one particular place. Obviously, I would love to grow. Lena as my mentor. It would be wonderful to have my own team one day. So that's definitely where I'm heading.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Brianna?
I would say, pretty much down the same path. It would be nice to have my own team someday, but right now I feel like my niche is like taking control of like my community and being active in my community, and I would just love to be like a big name, where I'm from, and hopefully just, take from there and work strictly from referral and explode and hopefully,
Yeah.
So we were talking about this off camera. Do you guys mostly deal with like buyers or listings? Because I think you guys need to speak on this because it's not easy what you guys do.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm probably like a professional buyer's agent right now. It stinks in this market clearly because it's like absolutely insane, but I think I've gotten it down to a science, and I'm pretty aggressive with the way I go in and handle it, and I feel like it just always works. So right now, obviously, I'd love to get more listings down the road, and I'm comfortable, going on appointments and going on listing appointments. It's just I work strictly from referral now. I try not to do any like Zillow or anything. So hopefully over time things will, yeah.
Referrals are the best, especially from clients.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I mean, that by being a buyer's agent is tough right now, though. Like, it's insane, right? The market's
You
just...
kind of have to go where the market's telling you to go. Like what's hot right now, it's buyers. So it's a smart way to work it. Eventually, it's going to transition into sellers for sure.
I feel like you're so high energy that you're just like pacing back and forth, like
I do.
going back and forth, going back and forth.
No, like you have to see me in my house. Like my neighbors probably think I'm like insane because I'm literally
It's that crazy lady outside again.
On the phone, I'm like, do this. I'm in one room like whenever someone calls me, I literally get up from
No,
the
I
couch.
do the same
And
exact
I'm
thing.
not
I'm, like,
kidding, and
walking
I'm at the
around.
door. I'm inside. Yeah. So, but that's another thing too that people say about me. Like I'm very like.
Do you have the earpiece in too? So when people look out the window, like, is she talking to herself or is she on the phone?
No. I'm strictly like speaker.
Wait, am I the only one that just gets louder? When I'm on the phone for some reason, like I'm walking around the office, I'm like pacing around and I'm like super loud. I don't know why and I don't know how to stop it. I'm like so annoying like that. Like people in the office was like, yo, you're so loud. Why is that? I'm just like, I don't even know. Am I the only one that does
I'm
that?
so excited.
Yeah, I guess. I love being on the phone.
I always pace back and forth. I have like one hand on my hip and just like
Yeah.
just pacing back and forth, walking.
The eye roll.
So where do you guys see the market going? Like, have you been seeing any turns in the market right now, or what are you guys seeing? You guys see more inventory hitting the market?
You think it's cooling off? Because I'm seeing like I feel like it depends on the area though.
Just when someone says that, I'm like, you're wrong. I don't know. Like I don't see it.
I think it's still hot though. I mean, you have, but now you have, instead of 30 offers, you'll have maybe 10, 15 offers. So it's still hot. You're still competitive, but it's starting to slow down a little bit.
I feel like the market's always crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong again. If the market's always crazy right before school starts, and then I feel like it starts to like. Yeah. So am I wrong?
100%.
Am I really wrong?
Yeah, definitely. I think inventory definitely, drops a lot significantly. Like come September, October.
Everybody's trying to lock in before school starts, but it doesn't mean. I mean, we're like what, second week of
at this point.
August,
You're not getting in before school starts. So.
No, but I think people still want to lock into a contract, knowing that they have that peace of mind. Like, hey, I have a house eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like I've been getting like, I don't know, it obviously it has something to do with just not really luck, but just like it correlates to like it comes in waves and stuff like that. So I've been getting more offers accepted for the buyers that I've been working with recently. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Obviously, I'm not on your side, but I do see like I saw a little bit of a spike. I don't know, because like I am seeing like more, on Instagram. I'm seeing like more people post up more listing and stuff like that. Could correlate like that. I'm no specialist in this, that side of it, but it's been something that has got some attention for me. So
See the back end. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys set like goals? Like, all right, I want to do these many transactions a year, or like what motivates you guys? What motivates you?
You have to. I don't know. You have to have goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, seeing that, I literally went from being broke to being able to like buy myself a new car and like
broke to Benz.
And literally buy myself. This
is all her money, by the way. This is all Bree.
Give it to me. No. And then like buy myself like a condo, and I was like, oh my god, like I could do
Congrats.
this in such a. I know, but like that was not. I remember I was like coming home at like $200 in tips. Like I gotta put this away and like save it for, you know what I mean? And like just being able to do that in like such a short amount of time, being like, okay, so now what can I do after this? Like, and just seeing the money like being saved, I'm just like, this is awesome. Like, who would not do this?
It's like addictive too, because like you obviously love helping people, but the money's good too, So it's like
it's a win-win.
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
It's what you put into it for sure.
So what are your goals though? Like, what are your like? Is on the spot, or like what are your transaction goals? Like, I need to do this many deals a year
or just in general. I feel like it doesn't always have to be just about like, because I mean people as a whole, like it doesn't always have to be about like, I mean obviously this is the Real Estate Show podcast, but it does have to be like, it could be anything, Any specific goals you guys have by the end of this year?
I think after my first year, I think I did the 10, and I was like, if I can double this next year, like I'll be like so proud of myself. And then I did, and then some, and then I was like, all right, well if I can double this, so. Right now, I guess just, doubling or doing better than the year before, and
that's exactly how I do it though. I say if I do double, I'm doing amazing. You know? So I think by this year too, it's double what I did last year. I got my new car, which is great. That was my goal.
Yo, what you get? What you get?
Let the people.
Lexus. Okay.
Yeah,
you?
that's amazing.
What about you?
It's so funny. I had a Jeep Wrangler and it needed to go because I could not keep driving around in that. And then I got like an Infiniti, a QX30.
Ooh, okay.
I literally, it was the first car I sat in. I was like, I'll take it because I like whatever. I'm not kidding. And they're like, are you sure? Like you can literally shop around. And I was like, no, this is fine.
You can get any car you want.
Yeah. It's so funny being in sales. Like I'm the easiest person to sell to. I'm like, all right, just give it to me.
Honestly, that doubling method is like very powerful too. Because like the thing is like from last year, like COVID, obviously in like the refinance business, like it boomed, but I've never really been like a refinance type of guy because like I don't really focus on that. But like just getting that extra business from clients, like previous clients, people who are coming in from like client referrals, stuff like that, like realtors setting me over people who are there who are interested in stuff. But doubling your income from like the year before, if you could do that every single year, like that would be crazy. But you just gotta learn that scale correctly.
That's the goal.
thing.
I mean, like I said, the sky's the limit in real estate. There's no cap, right? You can work as many hours as you want to. You can accomplish as much as you want to.
Yeah. It's all about scaling, though. That's the thing that I realized. Like being able to handle that new amount of business, like changing your business right now to be able to take care of that new business, that's important. And what have you guys been doing to like, take advantage of that? Have you guys been like, have you guys just been putting in like double the amount of hours, or like just more experience has just been helping you get things done quicker?
No, I don't think doubling the amount of hours is going to get you where you need to go. Honestly, you're going to get burnt out. And in the very beginning, I did that. I was trying to, just say yes to everything and try to convert as many people as possible. But I got so burnt out. I got so frustrated. people were calling me Mean Maresca because I was like on the phone like yelling at me.
Yeah, it's
it got to
stressful.
it got to
I
a
can
very
picture
stressful
you a little
point.
angry. I'm not gonna lie.
And now I'm totally fine. I'm good.
Because you learn what's worth it and like what's not, and just from like being in the business and knowing, okay, this person's wasting my time. Like you just know how to,
It's like processes though. Like
Yeah.
now it's implementing processes. It's like, how do you qualify somebody? You'll know right away, obviously, but you need to know how to get there. Are you giving them homework to get pre-approved before you're showing them a property? I would just say yes to everybody. Like I said, whether they're pre-approved or not pre-approved, I had no idea what their financial situation was.
Yeah.
That's
but I would
big,
go
too.
check
taking them out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 houses.
I would, and it
Yeah.
just drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Because none of them would convert, none would buy. I felt like I was spinning my wheels
Yeah.
constantly. So it's a different.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I like I said, I commend you guys a ton because I started in the business. I was a buyer's agent. I said, you know what? I'm tired of getting played. I'm tired of getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Because buyers, you show them like 10 houses. Next thing, the 11th house is like, oh, yeah, we put an offer with so-and-so. He's a family member. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
heck?
open up
I wasted all that time. I wasted all that
Tell me
time.
that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Crying myself to sleep at night. Like, oh, my gosh.
I know. For some reason, I do like a really good job of keeping them with me, and I think that's definitely helped me. But
Whatever that reason is, you need to share it.
yeah, right? I know.
Yeah,
I'm
what's your
just,
tip?
like,
What's your
so
tip?
whatever.
Let us know. Let us know.
I don't know what it is.
$1 million
I
question.
think
Whatever reason
I
it
just
is.
literally don't leave them alone. And I'm just like,
I can see
hey,
that.
Hey,
I can see
hey.
that. Because before we start shooting, you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Just
Yeah, no,
pacing back and forth the whole place.
I know.
Is this your first time here?
Yes.
It didn't seem like it because you were all over the place.
I know, I'm like throwing myself around. I literally can't sit still. I can't sit still. But I'm like that too. I'm just like showing them I'm working at night, showing them I'm working in the morning, and just like staying in touch with them and just, I don't know.
The service. Like,
Yeah,
the service
just
is
being
so
able
important.
to service them.
As much as it's sales, it's service 100%.
I feel like it's more of the service than the sales. I mean, like,
100%.
realistically,
It
like,
sells itself. I mean, the house will
Yeah.
sell itself.
Yeah.
I don't really know, like, I'm not saying this out of, like, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but it's just, like, you're not convincing somebody straight out of the water to buy the house. Like, there's some interest there. And, like, you're just helping them get to that goal. You know what I mean? You're really just, like, you're really just helping them through that. And, I mean, yes, you are selling, like, you're telling them everything about the house, but it's more of, like, a service industry than sales, I feel like.
Just being likable and like being able like for them to trust you.
Yeah,
And once you like establish that trust, like they don't want to go anywhere else. So,
exactly.
yeah.
And once you know, you know. It's just if you I feel like going back to what we were saying before about like the experience and stuff like that. That's how you've been doubling your business and stuff like that. Like the experience is so important too. Like knowing how to work a buyer this way who might act a certain way, things like that. It only helps, you know.
Are you guys obsessed with real estate? Because I'm freaking obsessed with it. Like, I like eat,
sound like a
breathe,
fan.
sleep.
Yeah.
Kevin's like a real estate fangirl.
No, seriously, like that's all. Like I process. Like my mind is just literally just all about real estate.
Yeah.
You can't shut it
It's a little
off.
sickening.
Yeah.
It's a little sickening. Like once I have a lead, I'm like, yo, I gotta get on this lead. I gotta stay on top of it because listings are tough too. Like it's not, especially when they're interviewing so many agents. It's like
I know.
Setting yourself apart. Yeah.
What do you do to stand out? Like when you go on a listing appointment.
You're asking me to give away all this.
No.
Right.
Just,
I know what he
what's
does.
like one
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that
Oh my-
just like
No,
yeah.
you know what? I think you really need to be yourself. I think people just really focus on the sale instead of listening to that person's issues that could be going on. Like, why do they need to sell? What do you need to do? Like, what's, like, you know, the story behind it. It's
Yeah.
not just, all right, I want to sell your house. This is what it is. This is how I'm going to market it. This is the percentage, blah, blah, blah. Some people don't want to work with somebody who's just a salesman.
Exactly.
What I really do is I really listen. Like, I really pay attention to what they're saying. So what do you guys do to set your offer apart, though? Now you want to ask me $1 million. I'm going to ask you $1 million question.
Do you want to
the
take it
queen
away?
of buyers.
Oh my
No,
God.
no.
Okay, first of all, you have to call the agent like as soon as possible and like just like I don't know, just be a real person. I feel like a lot of like sales agents like make themselves sound so salesy and like that's not who we are outside of this world. Like we're all people. So just being able to like connect with the agent and like just be honest and tell them about your buyer and then when I go home and I write up the offer, I write like a cover letter and I write all about
You write the love
buyer.
letters? You write the
Pretty
love
much,
letters?
yeah. It's pretty much a love letter, and I put it like a nice header on it, whatever. But just you know, just
You do that for
not
every single
nagging them,
property?
but-
It's a lot of work.
yeah, and it's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Especially when like today, like I have to go put in like 7 offers. I'm like, I gotta
My
do this
gosh.
every one, and then you have to put the different names.
But if it
and
works,
stuff. Yeah.
You got to have a
Listen,
template.
I'm
You
telling
got to have a
you,
template from everyone.
I'm telling you right now, ever since I started doing that, like 90% more of my offers get accepted. Like it's crazy.
Wow.
It really does help. So
Great.
Like I said, people want to feel personable, right? You want to know like who. To some people, yes, it's all about numbers. To other people, it's like, I want a good family for my home, right? So it's different. What is your tips, your secrets?
My tips. I mean, relationships are probably the biggest piece. I've gotten, and Lena's relationships too. It's not just me, you know, just having a good reputation, presenting yourself the right way. It helps a lot when the other agent on the other side wants to work with you too. You know, that may be the difference between you and another person who's at the same offer terms. But they know you'll get a smooth deal done. Yeah. Knowing right away who the lender is, you know, who the attorney is, writing down every single piece of information you can give to show that these are who we're working with. It's going to be a smooth transaction all the way through. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Do you write love letters too, or?
I always write my cover letter. I definitely
and that
do
has
that.
like everyone.
Yeah, I definitely do that. I try to give as much information as possible if they're willing to share, you know, what they do.
Yeah, I've had some agents like, I'm not sharing this.
Isn't it crazy how like
but it's not up to us. It's not up to us at all.
It has like numbers and that's it. Like they don't fill out like the agreement or
He has no idea what we're talking about. He's like, lost.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Sitting here just like, I was like, what part are they talking about? I don't even know.
Like put some like effort into your offer. Like put some effort in. People just
we'll
send
have
it
lenders
over.
call the agent, give
I
details,
always
whatever
do
we
that.
can
Yeah.
do
have
to strengthen it, set ourselves apart.
Yeah.
It's a big
And I let them know quickly too. Like the thing is, like we saw such a big like refinance boom. Like the team that I'm on, like we've geared up for this. And I've been posting on my story. Like I've been getting commitment letters in under 2 days. I've been showing this to like the listing agent, just like, hey, I got a commitment letter in literally 4 hours. Like that's the fastest I've ever gotten a commitment letter. I was like, this is what we're doing. Like appraisal, I can get it back the next day. Title, once we get it back from the attorney, like I know the attorney who they're working with, get that back right away, clear everything super quickly. We'll close under 30 days as long as everything's willing. And it just helps out, like, because people want a quick transaction, you know, so it helps.
A sure thing, too. I mean, it's so many deals you see back on the market. It's a
crazy.
lot of financing lately. It's a lot. So the more you can do to strengthen that end of it, the better.
It only makes sense. Like, I know this might be new to some people, but buying a house cash, I'm always against it. Obviously,
you're a bank.
I'm a lender, but there's so many reasons like not to. Like, if put me in front of somebody who wants to buy a house cash, I'll explain everything to them. If it makes sense for them to leverage their money, obviously, like you should. If they have like endless amounts of money where they can like do whatever they want with, all right, maybe not. If you care, like if you don't want like a 3% interest rate, don't come after me. I'm not giving out a rate, but like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes so much sense. Money's just so cheap to get right now.
I feel like cash isn't even getting the deals done nowadays anyway.
I mean...
Do you, like...
No, it's crazy.
Right?
I had an $850 cash buyer getting outbid on homes by $50,000, $60,000. So it's insane.
I know.
Once
I love it. Yeah. Shout out to you guys.
What a hater. Anyways, is your guys' goals to eventually like to become solely listing agents or do both or like 50-50? Because I tell you, I was a buyer's agent. Now that I'm on the listing side, it's like totally different.
I'm never going to stop
Completely
working
different.
with buyers especially because all of them I have a personal relationship to, but hopefully it'll get to the point where I can pass it down to somebody who's willing to take care of that for me. I'd love to be strictly listing agent one day and just, you know.
What's stopping you though? Because I feel like you guys both hustle. Like
I know, honestly, I don't know. I mean, my biggest thing is just like getting the referrals for it. Right now, I'm just working with a lot of people that I know, and like I myself need to put myself out there more and work harder to get the listings, because I will say like that's what keeps me back is I am like a little scared, I would say.
Why?
To really, I don't know, but I'm like breaking through that now, and I think like this year is like that year for me. So
what about you? Do you feel?
I like both sides of it for different reasons. I think listings and getting referrals are fantastic. I get referrals for listings and buyers both. Eventually, that's the goal, is to have passive income. It's not necessarily to just work listings or just work buyers. It's to just keep getting referral business where you're not cold calling day in and day out. That's all active income. So I love both ends of it. I love the buyers. I love being able to help happy families. First-time home buyers are like, they're my niche. You know, I know a lot about them. I know a lot of the programs, and I love helping getting to that goal, but eventually they'll become listings too.
exactly.
So it's all
We're
part of the
referrals.
process.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do a lot of business, but I still love to do like the old-fashioned cold calling, door knocking.
I was
Just
gonna ask
it's
you
a
that.
rush.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like,
you're
a
not
lot of
allowed-
my
are you allowed to do that
business-
now?
Huh?
Are you allowed to do that now?
No, not until Kumar was out of office. So does that rule apply? Does that rule apply?
I know, right? Can we just like with that?
Yeah, like
Was that even a thing
Canceled.
to begin
I
with?
always hear this
Like,
like
is it still in effect?
getting
Yeah.
pushed back, and so I don't even know what's going on with like the.
it was pushed
door
back to
knocking
like
and
August 5th. But
Was
we're
anyone
I mean,
listening
but
to that?
I listen to the rules all the time.
I know, but like, come on. You can't door knock.
But do you guys do that? Do you guys like door knock? Do you
I've
guys
done
cold
it.
call?
And I'm like, I hate it.
Really?
Not gonna lie.
You're such a people person.
I'm like, oh god, thank God that he did. Literally, I'll walk the streets all day, but when I get someone, I'm like, hey, like,
Knock on a door, run away,
Yeah.
run to the next one.
yeah. I think it's the act of doing it, but once I'm in front of them, it's fine.
Because don't get me wrong, referrals are great, but like, what if? Because I always think worst case scenario, right?
Yeah,
What if I don't get referrals that year? Like, what am I gonna depend my business on?
yeah.
And then that's when I just like, you know what? I'm cold calling, I'm door knocking. Like, I just love the hustle.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Yeah.
What happens when like somebody, like, are there like, do you have any crazy stories and like you knocking on the door, somebody do some crazy stuff? Like, I feel like, I don't know, like, are people just like mean to you? Like, I don't even know.
I mean, I've been cursed. I've been
Why don't you
cursed
try
out
it?
before. Like,
Yeah.
it's
See
normal
how it
though.
goes.
Yeah.
I've been cursed out before, and people, sick their dogs on me. But
Oh my god.
it's like next home. I just,
Yeah.
you know what it is? I'm very like, I get easily bored, so I like the thrill of door knocking and meeting new people and seeing how they're gonna react. And I think it's just, I don't know, I
Yeah.
just love it.
Yeah, I feel like more people mean than nice, or like,
Definitely
yeah.
are. I mean,
I would imagine so. Like, I mean, honestly, like, I love talking to people too, but
I'm
like, that's just
scared
not
of
my
just
thing.
being like cursed out, and then I'll be like, okay.
I can call somebody and be
Don't
like,
cry.
yo, what's up? And then they just hang up. I don't care. But like,
Yeah.
going up to somebody just being like, oh, like, get out of my house.
Face-to-face
And be like,
rejection.
Yeah.
so sorry. Like,
so
I'll just see you
I
later.
can say this with cold calling. Like, if you get the appointment, 9 times out of 10, it's yours, right? Because they're giving you their time. Especially with COVID going on, nobody's gonna want to waste their time.
Yeah.
You just have to convince them when you're there. You have to be personable.
But what
Yeah.
are your do you get good results from it?
He see me cold call.
What are your like?
Yeah,
what
it's kinda
ratios?
crazy.
I'm curious, actually.
I mean, he was 1 for 1 when I saw it.
Do you
No.
like your scripts that you memorize?
No, I don't use scripts.
Really?
Nah. Yeah, people
I
get
think I'd
surprised.
Get more nervous if I were using a script.
I'd be like,
'Cause-
Just, like,
my name is
fumbles.
Brianna Murphy. Blah, 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 blah.
See,
Like,
that's the
I wouldn't
problem.
be able to.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of people do good with
True,
scripts,
though.
but I think they're always thinking, "What's my next question gonna be?" And you really have to be listening, like what they're gonna say.
If the other person is not following your script.
I think you guys could be awesome listing agents. You guys have the personality for it.
Yeah. I mean, when I have one, it's I'm great at it, but it's just getting them. That's.
It's a different feel though. Like they're not always excited. You have to deal with a little bit
Yeah.
of a different mindset too.
Yeah.
But I feel like you guys could definitely set yourself apart from everybody else who's either calling or door knocking or trying to get the listing.
Yeah.
Because I've leveraged that award to get me 3 other listings just by texting past leads.
True. Yeah.
So everything that whether it's like a company award that I win, I text everybody in my database or I send an email and say, hey, look, I just won this award. Real estate is still crazy. If you think about selling, give me a call. Let me just stop by. And then boom, 3
That's a
listings.
powerful
Yeah.
award to win. That's definitely really powerful.
Yeah, and I just want to say we won that during COVID. That's crazy. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people's
Yeah.
business just plummeted.
Yeah.
And we came up on top.
Exactly.
It's a
just
blessing.
Using it to your advantage.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Saying yes to everything.
How did you guys feel when you got the call? Start with you, Bray.
I don't know. I was like, Chris? no. And he was just like, yeah. Like, I thought he was going to tell me to be like, you just made it, but like not, But I was like ecstatic, obviously. Like, of course, I was pacing around my living room. And, I just I was just stoked. I don't know how else to put it. Just super excited. What about you?
I mean, I wasn't expecting the call at all. I think I was telling you.
Yeah.
guys, I completely forgot that I even applied. So, what was it? I don't know,
Yeah.
2-3 weeks later, I
Yeah.
got the call. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that thing I applied for. And
So nonchalant. Whatever.
I know. Yeah.
I knew it.
Well, a lot of the application is like community service and
It's-
stuff.
I feel like I was writing a
and-
book.
and I didn't really have much community service.
Me neither. I was like, yo,
sorry.
what am I gonna say?
So I
What
was
am I
like,
gonna say?
I didn't really think. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I wasn't planning on it. Kevin obviously was, so.
No.
He was
No.
like, oh, yeah, I knew it. Thank you.
No. My heart dropped. Like when Chris called me, I was like, Chris, are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say? He just starts laughing. So I was never on social media until this year. Like when I first meeting people for the first time was different. networking. I never knew Chris. I never spoke to him in my life.
Wait, so have you ever even been to a networking event yet?
No.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
He was supposed to come to one with me, and he was just like, I can't. I'm calling. I was like, all right, you do your thing. And then everyone, when I went to the event, everyone was like, asking me, he's like, oh, where's your counterpart? I was just like, he's calling people right now. Or like, he's like following up on business.
Right?
I was like, man doesn't stop. I'm like, what can you do?
There really
Too
wasn't
focused.
much though. So, right? There wasn't many networking events this past year. So,
Well, we'll,
I've never been to a networking event since 2016, basically.
Wow.
wow.
I've just literally been focused on just.
but we're gonna do something about that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you wanna say something?
What do I want to say? $1 million question. Do you guys have YouTube accounts?
No.
Yo, what?
No. Not at all.
What do you mean? Like, you guys, all right, we're going to air this episode. You guys have to have YouTube accounts. You got to subscribe to the account. You got to like the episode and share it.
Oh, accounts. Like, okay, yeah. I think I have one.
Oh
It's
my
like a
gosh.
with like no photo. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, answer to the question is they are not subscribed.
Yeah.
Boo. It's okay
Go
though.
make one.
When you make one, just follow us.
Oh, I will.
But what we're saying is we're planning. We're thinking of something, and that's gonna be
networking
more to come.
Oh,
but
okay.
we will be planning something in the future, and let's try to change that. And you guys will definitely be there, and
Yeah.
we'll do it then.
What would be your last advice to like people who are trying to get into business to motivate them or just like to get started or do more business? Because this is a big achievement that you guys won. I'm just a host.
Yeah. Honestly, just like don't get discouraged. Don't give up. It's the first year is a little discouraging. Like you don't really make any money, but I just said yes to everything. I made an appointment whenever I could, and appointments turn into deals, and then things just happen from there. So just don't give up, I guess.
You said you said
I
you don't make
guess,
that
I
much
mean-
money your
Yeah,
first
yeah.
year, but you did 10 years your
I
first
was
year.
about to quit before I joined Dan's team. I literally was like, screw this, like I'm not doing this anymore. And like then I met with Dan, and I literally had 0 deals. Met with Dan in October, joined the new team, and I got the award for that year. So I was about to leave, and then
Yeah, but
I
you
got
did 10
roped
deals
back
your
in.
first year. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, my first year, and then I was gonna quit.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha,
then I
gotcha,
joined
gotcha.
Dan, and then that's when I did
Gotcha.
all that business.
That's so
But
crazy though. Hats
I
off
was
to you.
done. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank God I didn't quit.
You never know where it'll take you. But
Yeah.
I think that my 1,000% my biggest advice is just to find a mentor. I mean, a lot of new agents, they don't have that. Whether it's your broker, or you're on a team.
Yeah.
I only know the side of being on a team, but I can tell you that's probably 98% of why I'm so, I got the
Yeah.
award.
No, 100%.
There you heard it here first. Kevin, would you like to end us off on something, Mr.
No, I totally
20 to
agree
40?
with these two heavy hitters that we have in the building. We appreciate you guys being here, discussing it and everything. Where can people reach you guys?
I guess my Instagram you can find me on. What is it? Couldn't even tell you. I think it's B Murphy RE.
Well, we'll put it right here.
Yeah.
Put it right there.
Please actually put something here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mine, I think it's just my name. I think my last post was New Year's.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I
I don't
know,
post that much
yeah.
often.
Yeah, I thought I don't post. I need to post more
much
too.
either, and I get yelled at all the time.
Yeah, me too.
post more.
I gotta
Next
post
year.
more.
Yeah, that's what
So,
I have
all
to
right.
do.
Last question. What would be something you guys need to work on? Because I need to work on like more social media.
My
I need-
social media.
I think that's got to be my number one.
Yeah, just being like able to take a video or,
You're scared to do
more
video?
videos of myself. I hate like, I don't know.
Really?
I hate when the
I
camera
feel like
is
you're
in
so
front of my
like
face, too.
outgoing.
I know, but for some reason on camera, I'm just like not really whatever.
You're on camera right now.
Yeah, like-
I know.
This
Not only
feels
one
like
camera,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4 cameras.
I know, but it's not like I hate coming off as fake. I just hate that. So like,
I don't think
need
you
to
could
be,
come off as
I know.
fake.
I need to do better at that. That's my thing. Need to get
Yeah,
more-
you agree?
Yeah.
I totally agree too.
I at least need
Yeah.
one post in 6 months, so that's
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
that's a goal of mine.
I gotta post more too. I need to post it. I posted like a month ago. I need to keep posting stuff, but all right. Well, you heard it here first. Thank you guys for coming on. Congrats to
Well, ladies,
you
top
three.
20, under 40,
Wait. How do we do
3,
this? I get-
20, 21 Rising Stars. Let's go!
Yo, this is so anti-climatic. We don't want these anymore.
Oh,
They're supposed to be super
pop?
loud.
yeah.
This is yours, Pop?
Nope.
Oh, you're about to pop it.
You gotta, come on, you gotta put that strength into
Right?
it.
What is going on?
No, I think mine's
The other way, other way.
No.
Other way, other way, other way, other
Point
way.
it at me.
No, I don't think it's going.
Wait,
Push it. Like,
Go ahead.
Wait, why are there holes in it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I got. It's all right.
And this glitter is
You
going
got
to
the
be all
dud.
over.
All right, all
Sorry
right,
about
all right.
that.
I don't need it on video.
All right, but that was episode. Thank you so much for coming. Cue the outro.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real Estate and Chill podcast with James Chaudhry and Kevin Iglesias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends, your enemies, your mother-in-law. No, seriously, this podcast is so fucking good, you might want to tell your ex. See you next time.